You're welcome back to my channel. This is Tuntum Network. My name is Cyrus. I'm here in the studio with a guest. This is a guest I discovered on my TikTok live shows. As a matter of fact, I've thrown the challenge to anybody that is interested. If you want to come on my platform and discuss issues pertaining to business, politics, religion, lifestyle, it is open to everybody and it's for free at this point. So if you want to take the advantage and do it, you better do it now. And so he has taken the advantage and he's here today to discuss things that has to do with accountability. And he's also going to speak a little bit more for the NDC party, something like that. I want him to introduce himself and then let's get the show rolling. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
So what is the name?
The name is Bright.
Bright
Adeleke.
You're a big man.
Sure.
I see. You like the way the economy is going?
We are just managing.
I see. You think we could have done better?
Sure, 100%. We could have done better, far better.
What makes you say so?
Because we don't lack anything.
Okay.
We have all the resources. We have, like our president said, it is a council, so a committee.
Right.
Yeah, that shows that all these resources can be used for the benefit of the good citizens of Ghana.
Why isn't he doing it?
And his personal reasons, because maybe he is fighting for his family, leaving us behind.
But has there been a government that has fought for the people of Ghana?
Sure.
Who was that?
JM.
Sure. You guys don't stop with this JM thing. So JM fought for Ghana.
Yes.
In 2016 to 20?
Sure.
What specifically did he do?
No, let me make the point over there. You mentioned 16 to 20, 2012 to 2016.
Sorry, 2012 to 2016.
Sure.
From 2012 to 2016, JM was the president of Ghana.
Sure.
Okay. All right. I don't want us to jump into that. Let's start off with, why do you think Ghana's level of accountability isn't something that people or the nation care about so much? Because it looks as if in Ghana, if you're appointed as a minister of state or a member of parliament or a part of cabinet, whatever the case is, there is no repercussion for lack of performance. There's nothing like appraisal for who has done well, who has achieved targets and all of that. Why do you think this is the case?
I think it's because most of the offices have been given to people who are affiliated to them, family members. So you can't hold them accountable when they misbehave.
Is it only because of this government or has it always been like this?
I'm speaking for my government, which is the JM.
Okay.
But for this government, there have been a lot of appointment contracts given to family members, and you can't hold them accountable. You cannot jail your own brother.
I see. So meaning that when GM was president, there was nothing like this?
I'm not speaking from that perspective that there was nothing like that.
Okay.
That is why we voted him. If Ghanaians think there was something like that, that's why he was voted out of power.
Okay.
So the new administration, which is the Nanado Baomi administration, needs to be held accountable.
Okay. But in the history of Ghana, it's not something very typical of appointees being held on their performances or being judged on their performances. We normally overlook all of that. Why do you think it's so? Because, for instance, a minister of state responsible for agriculture and there is food shortages, nobody is going after the minister of state. We only talk about the president. For instance, the minister of lands and minerals, natural minerals. Our river bodies are being destroyed.
Sure.
They are calling the name of the president. Why not the minister of state? Because people have been actually given roles to play. You don't think this is a cut across governments and political parties?
I think if you're in your house and your children are misbehaving,
right?
You, the father of the house, when you give a command, it shouts that deviant behavior. That's why most people are accusing the president, because you are the head. So if your party is in power, they see that you are to give a command for things to be done right, or to give a command for things that are not going on the right way to stop. So that's where we have gotten to now.
Let's take, for instance, the illegal mining and the destruction of water right now.
Sure.
Imagine if JM was president. What do you think he would do different?
What will he do
different? Yeah.
If he was in power?
Yes.
Okay, one, if he should be in power, he's going to make sure that rivers and forests are not being touched.
Are you saying to me, let's not play around.
Sure.
Are you saying to me that when JM was president, 2012, 16, 2012 to 16, there were no rivers that were destroyed and no forests that were touched?
Can it be compared to now?
Well, the impact is different, but at the same time, it's all destruction.
That's why it's a national fight.
Good. So that's why I'm asking you. Imagine or assume if John Dramani Mahama is president of Ghana currently,
Yeah.
and he's supervising this situation. What would he do different?
He first needs to arrest those who have the money to buy the machines. Because those who you arrest, the young guys who are unemployed, that are doing the Galamsey work, they don't have that bunch of money to buy these machines, chamfan and tractors to work. So what you have to do first, there's going to be employment creation for them to get work to do. So that only few people who will be recognized by the state, their name should be put out, that have given this person license to mine, but go and mine here, not into this river body or not into this forest. But where we have gotten tonight has become a national fight. If we want to politicize it, then all of us are going down. So we have to all stand up and fight it. Whether GM comes to power 2025, we all have to see to it that the promises he's making to fight Galamsey, he's being held accountable for.
How many times have you voted in your life?
I voted once.
Once.
Yes.
Who did you vote for?
I voted for this current government, the NPP government.
Oh,
In 2020.
no, I don't believe you.
I voted for the NPP government.
You are not being honest. You are not being honest.
We are the first batch of the free SHS policy.
So you voted for MPP.
Sure, 2020.
Why?
Because of the benefits I've gotten out of it.
From the free SHS.
Absolutely.
Okay. And this year we have an election coming up. Who are you voting for?
I'm voting for GM.
Why? Have you forgotten the benefit you had in 2020?
Good. Now, this current administration, okay, the rate at which the corruption is going on, if we should vote them into power again, they are not going to respect Ghanaians again, because we have seen a lot of things being done, money, mismanagement, embezzlement of funds. So if someone is misbehaving and you give the same opportunity to the person to come and eat in your home, how do you think the person will respect you? Are you getting my point? So the reason I'm voting for GM is that the 4 years when he was in power, he has done a lot of projects. This current government have also done their part. But comparing what they have done to the rate at which corruption is going on and state capture is very, very bad. That's why I am not voting for them anymore.
Can I rephrase that by saying you are not voting for NPP because you are no more benefiting like you did in 2020?
No, point of correction. I've benefited and my siblings are still benefiting. My siblings are still in school. I have one sister in SHS now who is also benefiting from the free SHS policy. But we cannot just use only that as a yardstick to say that, oh, the NPP government have done well. That's their part. They've done their part. But look at the rate at which corruption is going on. State capture is going on. Resources cannot be accounted for. So we cannot keep them in position again.
So in the case of your sister, who is now currently benefiting,
sure,
would you advise her, if she's of age to vote, would you advise her to vote for NPP or NDC?
For this current state, if she should vote this year, I would advise her personally and with point and tangible reasons why she must vote for GM.
While she's still benefiting?
She's still benefiting.
I see.
Which is, she's still benefiting because it's in the Constitution. It's our right to benefit from free SHS policy. Is that not it?
Right.
Good. But is it our right to be infringed by looting our money for only one family? No. So she's benefiting from the free SHS policy, which is absolutely good. It's in the Constitution. But if someone is benefiting from you, does not guarantee the opportunity that let that person misuse you or misbehave.
I see. Okay, so to all the SHS students currently, your advice to them would be what? Consider all the wastage in the system, consider all the state capture, consider all the corruption, and overlook the benefit you are getting and vote against the government.
What does the Constitution say about free SHS policy?
It should be progressively free.
Good. Is this in the Constitution that way?
Yes.
But is in the Constitution that there should be state capture and embezzlement of funds?
So when you say this, does that mean that when NDC was in government, there wasn't any state capture and corruption?
They should come and speak for themselves. Those who think there is corruption in their government or during GM's government should come and speak out.
I see. But you've never considered any other party outside of the MPP and NDC?
Not really.
What about Nana Kwame Bediako?
Nana Kwame Bediako is a fantastic young guy aspiring to become president. All of us are looking up to him. But I personally, I'm not voting for him. Others can choose to do so.
You're a young person.
Sure.
You want to see young people take charge in governance.
Sure.
He's a young man. And you are looking up to him, yet you will not support him.
I have my right, my political right to decide who I vote for.
I see. I see.
He is absolutely. And I like him for his personal being, especially when it comes to businesses and things he has done. I'm aspiring to reach there. But when it comes to the political area, I personally will not vote for him.
Let me take you back to this question of state capture and corruption. If somebody should be bold and ask you that, Bright, be specific. What are some of the things the MPP government has done that has really put you off? And for that reason, you vote against them. Be specific. Give us examples, clear-cut examples. What would you say?
Not to go around the bush. I came with my documents.
Yeah, sure.
So if I'm permitted to
of course,
them
of
out
course, of course.
for you, yes. Now, in this current administration.
So you've designed a whole document for this purpose.
Sure, we are all citizens. Everyone must be.
You've listed all that you've done wrong.
Sure. If they have done something right, the first teachers, I recommend them. I applaud them.
I see.
That's
How many do you have on the list?
You let me just take you through.
Okay, let's see what you have.
Yes. So when it comes to mismanagement of funds, we will talk about the cocoa project and cost overrun. You see,
Okay.
there was a budget of 1.3 billion Ghana cedi to.
Are you sure it's not some copy and paste stuff? Is this legit, backed by real stack?
Sure.
Really?
Sure.
All right, go ahead.
Yes. But at the end of the day, there was a total cost has gone to the project.
Okay.
And it's an overrun. It's become too much, and some of the roads have not been completed yet. So let me give you some of the roads. For instance, this project like this was given to Baumia's brother.
Which project?
Abraham Baumia, the Cocoa Roads project.
Where? In which location?
That is Resource Access Limited.
No, that is the company name.
There's a company
But
name.
which road? Where is it located?
So let me give you the list of the routes.
Okay.
So when you come to the western region, we have Seshiri also, Akontomba roads.
Akontombra
Road.
Okay.
That year, so we have the Enchi Road, Asankrigwa Enchi Road.
Okay.
When you come to Ashanti region, we have Enyanim
And your name?
Gold, Anton Cobra Road over there. When you come to the same Ashanti, we have the Kamau Bodomasi Road.
Kumau Bodomasi Road.
Sure. We also have Manfo, which is Bibieni Road.
Okay.
When you come to Eastern region, Suhum, Asamankesi Road. When you come to the same Eastern region, Kufuridia, Amanfrom Road. When you come to Brongahafo region, Goso, we have the Echirinsua, it stands to be corrected road. Brekum, Sekwa Road.
So what has happened to these roads?
They are saying it's still under construction, and we are getting to election. Should they go out of power? Would Baumia's brother still?
But if the road is under construction, it is nothing new. NDC started roads they couldn't complete. NPP has started roads they haven't completed. Should that be a big problem?
This contract was given in 2020.
In 2020?
Sure.
When was it supposed to be finished?
With that one, they've not given. I don't know. I don't have data on that one.
Okay.
When it's supposed to be finished.
Okay.
Good. I'm only giving you roads that have not been completed yet.
Okay.
And this same contract was given on a single source. There should be this contract.
An open source.
Single source.
Okay, so only one company was invited.
Good.
Did they give reasons?
Come again.
Did the NPP government give reasons why specific companies were elected or taken?
They are in power. So if they choose who are you to question them? But they must be held accountable. Are you getting my point?
Okay.
Sure.
So apart from these roads, what else again is there that the NPP has done so wrong that somebody who voted for them in 2020, you are turning your back on them in 2024?
Good.
After
Another
they've
one
given you free SHS.
Absolutely.
Okay. So what else?
Absolutely. We have the National Cathedral scandal.
I see.
Good. Right now, there was a press release from the person in charge of their board that they are going to continue the project. Whilst during the demonstration, that is the enough is enough demonstration by the NDC people calling for forensic auditing, Raf, one of the demonstrators, opened the place for us all to see the swimming pool and everything. So if they are saying that 58 million US dollars have gone into this project, why are we going back to it? Or the 58 million, is it part of it that has been used for this, that they are going to use the rest to continue? We don't know yet.
Okay, so did they tell us where they are going to get this new money to continue?
Baumia said it. Now, during the meeting...
Where did he say he's going to get that money from?
He said he's going to, no, he's not going to, he's going to consult churches to help them, to help him build the cathedral again. He said it when they were having a conference at the Meet the Press.
Okay.
So someone asked him that question, and he said it vividly, that the National Cathedral project, state funds have gone into, so they will now go and review and look at it again, to consult churches to assist.
I see.
Good. Then we also comes to corruption. Now, under here, we are looking at the embezzlement of funds. Cecilia Dapa was giving an amount of money, 43 million USD.
But there were a lot of different, reasons behind the monies she gave. I think she gave, or her husband gave, as in...
No.
Those were monies received from family or friends or something like that.
I'm not saying the money found in her custody.
Which one are you referring to?
I'm looking for the dredging of the Odo River.
Oh, okay.
Good. Now, the Odo River have not been dredged well.
Right.
And the money too cannot be accountable for. When we also comes to the sports, they said they use 53 million I stand to be corrected, 3 million US dollars paid to GBC TV for full coverage of the All African Games. That was stated by the Minister of Sports, Honorable Mustafa Yusuf.
Okay.
And I want to ask a question. If there is a sports competition going on in the country, is it not media houses that fight to come and take this coverage? Or you are in government, you can just give order, GBC, come and take this coverage. They have nothing to say. They have to come. So you saying you have paid them, and they are also denying that that's not the amount being paid to them. Left with that, we also have, they said they use 15 million US dollars to feed 13,000 people, stated by Emmanuel Kwesi Mante, chairman of Catering Subcommittee African Games 2023. Now, he said that on Asempa FM, that is 94.7.
I see.
He said $30 per head. Now, when you multiply $30 per head by the 13,000 people times the 23 days, or the number of periods that they use for the games, you are going to get 8,970,000 US dollars. And he is saying they use 50 million. When you do the subtraction, the balance is going to be 6,030,000 US dollars. It has not been accounted for.
I see.
Good. From that, we know that for when we talk about accountability, media houses also play a major role.
Right.
When it comes to accountability. So from 2017 to 2021, there are a lot of media personnel that have been attacked, as well as media houses. Now let me give you some of them. Ahmed Swali, 2019, he was being attacked. We also have Manase Azuri, 2019, Caleb Koda, 2020, Latif Idrisu, 2018, David Tamaklu, 2021, Oheneba Boama, 2021, Salif Fumasi Mugabe, 2017, Bridget Otu, 2021. The list can continue and continue. Now, these are the personalities. When we talk about the media houses that were being attacked, we also have the Radio Gold. We also have Radio XYZ.
Radio Gold, I thought they said they weren't paying their taxes, so they shut them down.
They were not paying what?
Their taxes.
That's why they are being what?
Shut down.
Shut down. Okay. Let's leave that for the Radio XYZ.
I don't know the story behind that one.
Good. Freedom FM, Radio Tone, Adan Radio, Love FM, Savannah Radio.
So you took time to put all this information on paper, and this information is what has made you decide not to vote for MPP.
Far from that. Far from that.
Okay, so what is it?
Good. Now, when we come to the same promise by our Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he also gave some policies which have not been forfeited yet, and we are going out of election. So it's not only this first point I've mentioned that are the reasons. He said that he gave a lot of policies. That is, we are looking at the government promises versus the reality on the ground.
Okay.
He said, I have worked in Bank of Ghana. Money is here. We shall not borrow. We went to IMF. We shall never go to IMF. He said, you can't tax Momo. They are taxing e-levy.
He said he wasn't in support of it, and it was a cabinet decision. And he alone couldn't have taken that decision, but cabinet agreed on it.
And he's also part of them. So if he was not part of them, because he is in charge of the economic management team.
Right.
Good. Then the question around the Momo is I want to ask, if you are taxing the citizens, it's not bad to tax the citizens, but why do you go to the extent of celebrating, jubilating taxes that people are paid? That is the e-levy kick. I don't know if you have come across it.
Right.
Good. So that should send a signal to you that you're already taxing me, which I'm a citizen. It's good I have to pay tax. But why do you go to the extent of celebrating over the tax that I'm being paid? That's one point over there. Then he said, I've arrested the dollar. Now the dollar is 16 cedi going. It's still running.
Are you sure it's not because, I don't know. Because it's very easy for you to give all these reasons and say because of this, you are not voting for the MPP. Meanwhile, there are other good sides of it, which could have made you decide to vote for them.
Give me some of the good sides.
They are always talking about free SHS, which you have benefited.
That's what I'm saying, that the free SHS policy is absolutely good. Are you listening? It's
right.
Absolutely perfect. But we cannot look at that alone and say that, oh, because of that, though there's mismanagement and embezzlement of funds in the country, we should vote for you because of the free SHS policy.
And they also say, since they came into office, there's not been consistent power off. Even though we know that John Mahama bought all the stuff. He brought in the deals, a merit deal, car power, all of that. But they are saying they have managed electricity supply better. That is why we have stable, consistent electricity supply.
That's what they are saying.
Yes. Is that a good thing? Or
absolutely. Recently, we had electricity issues. And they are saying it's not doomed, but it's doomed CSA. When the Minister of Energy, that is Matapuku Prempe, when he was asked that you should just draw a timetable for the good citizens of Ghana, so that when I know that, okay, I'm working in this company, 7 p.m. at this time, there will be light out.
But that thing is now gone. It's behind us.
Come again?
That issue has now been resolved. Now we have stable electricity, almost stable electricity.
That's absolutely.
Yes, so at least they've dealt with it. Okay, so in moving forward, you are looking at the things they haven't done. Those that they have done, you give them credit for.
I'm not saying they have not done anything, and I'm not saying I'm not giving them any credit. They have done their part.
Okay.
When JM was also in office, he has done a lot of projects, but still he was voted out of power for some two reasons. So you also is able, or you also stand the chance of doing good things, but still can be voted out of power because of your flaws.
Let me come to JM.
JM.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So what will be your reasons why you want to vote for JM?
JM.
Yes.
JM is the father of the nation. Absolutely.
Wasn't he the father of the nation in 2020?
He has his flaws.
Wasn't he the father of the nation in 2020 when you didn't vote for him?
In 2020?
Yes.
No, when he was in power from 2012.
No, you said you did not vote for him in 2020, correct?
Sure.
Was he still father of the nation?
He was.
Okay.
But because of his flaws, And because I then benefited absolutely from the phrase, I look at it from a point of what I have benefited and what other people are also benefited, the whole students going to school, which is absolutely. But free SHS is still going on. But the rate at which people or corruption is going on, we have to take this government out of power.
Okay,
that's my personal opinion.
Okay, so let's get back to the JM stuff. Why should people vote for JM?
Why should people vote for JM?
Or why are you voting for JM?
One, let me list some of the things he did in 4 years. And the things.
If you tell me the things he did in 4 years, I will say you are being a hypocrite. The reason is you were aware of the things he did in 2012 to 16,
sure,
yet you voted against him. Now you are still aware and you are voting for him. What has changed? It's the same person. Am I not right?
You are saying he's the what?
It's the same John Dramani Mahama from 2012 to 16. He's the same person for 2024.
Sure.
And the things he did in 2012 to 16, you were aware of it. Yet in 2020, you voted him out.
Good. Now, like I said earlier, I personally didn't vote for him in 2020.
Okay. Were you aware of his achievements in the first 4 years?
In the first 4 years.
Were you aware?
Sure, absolutely.
You were aware.
Good.
And you thought it wasn't good enough, correct?
Good. But the rate at which this corruption and embezzlement.
No. I get that part. I get that part. Mm-hmm. But let's be honest here.
Sure.
2012 to 16, you were aware when you were voting in 2020.
Sure.
You were aware of what John Mahama had done.
Absolutely.
But yet you didn't give him your vote.
Good.
All right.
That's
now
my political right over there.
Yes, you have the right to do whatever you want to do. So I'm just trying to figure out why all of a sudden you have decided to vote for JM when you have always been aware of what JM did 2012 to 16, and yet you voted against him in 2020. What has John Mahama done from 2020 to 2024? Hold on. What has John Mahama done from 2020 to 2024 that has made you now a believer in him to want to vote for him?
Now, when I compare his track records to this current administration, the rate at which corruption is booming in this current administration, I've seen that no, there should be a change again. There are a lot of citizens who voted for His Excellency, the President of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, 4 years ago, but they are not voting for him this year because of their personal reasons. So,
for some of them, they are not voting for him, but they are not also voting for John Mahama. Some of them have moved over to Nana Kwame Bediako.
You cannot conclude for them.
No. I'm talking about those that I know.
Those that you know. Okay.
Yes. For some of them, they have moved over to Nana Kwame Bediako and the new force. Some have moved on to Kofi Krantin.
Sure.
But you are saying, I knew everything about John Mahama from 2012 to 16, yet I didn't vote for him. And from 2020 to 2024, John Mahama wasn't president. So he hasn't added anything new. Yet you are going back to vote for the same man you didn't vote for. That is what is confusing to me.
Good. After voting for JM in 2020, after voting for the Excellency, the President of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, in 2020, I was expecting to see more.
Okay.
I will get my point. I was expecting to see more. But since my expectations are not being met, I have to turn the clock around.
Oh, I see. So you voted for Nana Addo because you were expecting more from him.
Good.
More than what John Mahama did in his first 4 years.
Good.
But now you are not seeing that much from him.
Sure.
And so you are now forced to go back to John Mahama.
Good. The same way with those going behind other political parties, voting for them, they have their reasons.
The expectation.
The same persons. Because this is a political party where a lot of people are running from. That's the NPP government. Now, Alan has dissociated himself. He is a party member, but he has a personal reason. So if a party member is moving out of the party, you, a citizen, or someone who is just far from there, and you have your personal reasons, if only the reasons are tangible, comparing the two candidates, you choose to who you vote for. And I'm saying this year, I'm voting for John Dramani Mahama, the nation builder.
Okay, that is interesting.
Good.
Okay, so what specifically are you expecting from John Mahama should he win elections? What exactly do you want him to do?
Now, when JM comes to power, absolutely, and he's coming right.
He's coming?
Sure.
You're 100% sure?
I'm 100% sure. And if only the election is not rigged, and if the election is also rigged, Ghanaians will not be happy. So I expect that the EC be fair and justice, free and fair election. That's what I expect. Now, coming to your point, what I expect GM to do is to come and revive some. I personally, he should come and revive some of the Nkrumah's factories.
For instance?
Come again?
Give me examples.
There are a lot of factories built by Nkrumah. Some are for processing matches, some are for shoe making, and a whole lot. Okay, that's what I'm expecting him to come and do, and I believe he will do it. Secondly, he's bringing out the magic, the 24-hour economy, which is 3 people, 3 shifts. So one person, after 8 hours, you go home, another person come and continue, so that businesses will keep what? Moving on.
That thing is very controversial at this point. The 24-hour economy.
Sure.
Let me ask you this. We are in a country where road network is bad.
Okay.
We are in a country where we don't have, those kind of factories already operational. We don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's talking about 24-hour economy,
all right,
he's expected to set up factories. He's expected to set up the road network, all right, and then be able to get all of that working.
All right.
Which factories is he going to run that 24 hours in? And where are the road networks? Because most of our roads are bad. Mm-hmm. Okay?
Sure.
Is he going to first establish factories and then set up the road networks properly and then, set the 24-hour economy rolling? Will it be in his first term? Will it be in his second term? We don't even know. Is it the first year, second year, third year? When are we to even expect him to start with?
He's going to start out very soon.
Is it the first year when he wins?
Now, yes, when he wins, he's going to do that. He's going to make sure he has said it, that he is going to make sure all projects are being completed. You
mean project that he started?
Both he started as well as this current administration ongoing. He's going to make sure they are all working. Now, the 24-hour economy, okay, whether we have factories, and he is going to build other factories, seeing to that other projects are also being finished. Are you getting my point? So he's going to make sure that 3 people, 3 shifts, so that every single person will get work to do.
I see.
Sure.
I see. So the young people around your age, are you able to convince them with everything you are telling me?
Sure, absolutely.
How many people have you won for JM?
In my community,
yeah.
So far, I've won 25 people.
You've won them to JM?
Sure.
Who were those people voting for initially?
Schoolmates and age mates, University of Ghana students.
They were voting for the MPP?
No, I'm not saying they are voting for the MPP.
No. Before they used to vote for the MPP.
I don't have data to. I don't have that
information from them. But now you have convinced them to vote for
sure.
JM.
I'm only telling them why they must vote for.
So when you meet your age mates, like the 25-year-olds and those who have just completed university, what do you normally tell them to make them believe you? What do you say directly? Vote for JM?
No.
What do you say?
You can't just tell them vote for JM.
So what do you say?
Good. So what I tell them is to weigh the two government, that's the NDC government during JM's time and Nanado government and Baumia's government. So you weigh the two, then I give you tangible reasons, absolutely tangible reasons, which you must or why you must vote for JM.
And they find the reasons you give tangible enough.
Sure,
absolutely. To make their mind change.
Absolutely.
I see. So apart from that,
yes.
What is the case where if JM doesn't win?
He's winning.
Okay, so what if it doesn't win?
If he doesn't win,
Yes.
so if GM doesn't win, who are we going to hold accountable for all these atrocities we are facing if this government should come into power again? One, let me make this point. Another reason why I want GM to come to power is because already the country is boiling. It's in a boiling soup. So if he comes to power, everyone will be on his neck to do the right thing. Because we have experienced Nanado's government, it is a comedy, but we are seeing all that is happening. So if you, GM, we should give you another chance again, he's going to be on guard. He's going to make sure that all those who need to be prosecuted are taken on. And he's also going to make sure that the things that he has said is going to deliver to leave a good name behind.
I see. You are so confident JM is winning.
Absolutely.
Do you have any percentages in mind?
Percentage in mind? Oh, we are crossing 50.
Okay.
We are crossing 50.
But you don't think the new force is going to make an impact?
With Nana Kwame Bediako, like I said earlier, he is a young, vibrant man, also want to rescue the nation. But I have my personal reasons why I'm going to vote for GM. Are you getting my point? I'm not saying he's not bad. He's also absolutely working. But the same group, some of the youth will choose MPP, some also vote for Alan, some also vote for Cranty, some also vote for NDC.
If what do you call, a new force person tells you this, listen to this.
Sure.
That, Bright, we have seen 16 years of NDC. We have seen 16 years of NPP. We have seen all that they can do in that period. We don't expect anything extraordinary coming from them. But we have a new guy on the block who has done so well for himself privately.
All right.
And for that reason, we should give him a chance to also become president and lead Ghana on a different roadmap. Does it make sense to you?
What are their reasons why I should vote for Nana Kwame Bediako?
If, for instance, they tell you because privately the guy has done well for himself.
All right.
And that is a testament of what he can do when he has more resources,
Sure.
At his disposal. So if he can do so well for himself privately, then with the government apparatus in his hands and everything in control, under his control, we are sure he can do even better. Does that resonate with you?
No. I personally, if a new first person should give, you have to give me tangible reasons.
Yeah, I just gave you reasons that the guy has done well for himself.
So if he has done well
Don't you think doing well for yourself privately, achieving success, is good testament about yourself?
Absolutely 100%.
So that is the reason I just gave you.
But it's not concrete to me.
Did John Mahama achieve half of what do you call Nana Kwame Bediako has achieved before he became president privately? No. Did Nana Akufo-Addo achieve half of what Nana Kwame Bediako has achieved when he was becoming president? No. There is no president in Ghana from 1992 who privately had done half of what Nana Kwame Bediako has done for himself.
So,
but you believed all these people.
Are you saying I should vote for him because of his personal achievements?
Yes.
As in, he has been able to develop himself.
Yes.
Like I told you earlier, I admire him for him being able to develop himself.
Okay.
For his lifestyle.
Okay.
I agree with him absolutely. But on political grounds, I'm not for him. I have personal reasons. Sure.
You don't want to share that with us?
Not really.
I see. Okay. And so let's assume
all right,
that the elections go on a runoff. We vote the first round.
All right.
Nobody gets a clear-cut 50% plus one. So we have to go on a runoff.
Right.
Okay. Let's assume JM gets somewhere 45 or 47. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia gets somewhere around 42, 43. And the new force gets somewhere around 10% or 8% or 7%. What will be your message to anybody who has voted for Nana Kwame Bediako to support JM in winning in the second round, what will be your message to them?
What will be my message?
Yes.
To the youth or
Yes.
anybody
Yes.
that is going for Nana Kwame Bediako, right?
Yes.
To convince them to vote secondly
When we go for a runoff.
For JM.
For JM.
Well, they have stated their opinion. They have their facts and their reasons why they voted for Nana Kwame Bediako. So if I should give you a concrete point why you should vote for JM, if you are convinced, then you come. But if you are not convinced, then you vote again for Nana Kwame. It's your choice.
Good.
Good.
Good. Good. Is there anything you want to add?
Yes, I had wanted to continue the government policy and the reality which Dr. Baumia said.
No, listen, we should leave that.
Sure.
We should leave that because for me, I struggle with Dr. Mahamudu Baumia's policies.
You struggle with it?
Yes, I struggle with it. And I will not be a hypocrite and hide.
Good.
No, because there are a lot of things that I've said in my episodes on TikTok.
Right.
Which I actually did it on purpose. That if Baumia means business,
good,
he was still in power.
Sure.
From all, I think 4 months ago, 3 months ago, all of that time.
All right.
He could have done so much.
Good.
For instance, with the e-levy.
Sure.
If he meant business, he could have figured out a way to remove that thing. For Ghanaians to believe that indeed the man is a man of himself. When given power, he can make decisions on his own. But yet,
he has not done it.
So if you tell me you have to vote for you to become president, before you do it, I don't take you seriously.
Yes. So let me say something here. Now, I want to say something for you to analyze yourselves, okay? Let's see. Baumia is an economist, is that not it?
Correct.
Good. And he is calling the nation builder, JM, to come for a debate. Is that not it?
Right.
Debate on what? Is it on the economy? Because JM is a communicator. You are an economist, okay? So already the economy is sinking, and you are calling your opponent to come for a debate, which I personally am not clear with that. Economists calling a communicator for a debate on the same economy that is sinking, I'm not clear with that. Secondly, he said, I can't do all things because he can't do a lot of things or some of the things because he is not the president, right? Good. So does it mean every policy brought by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Bawumia is opposing it or he's against it? That's one. That's the second thing I've said. Thirdly, if Nana Addo really, okay, loved Bawumia and want him to win, I'm not speaking for them. I'm here to speak for Jim, but I'm trying to say something for you to analyze. If he really loved Bawumia for him to win, why don't you give him the chance for these few months ahead to cancel the e-levy and co? If he really loved Bawumia and want him to win. Absolutely, right? Good.
It makes sense.
It makes sense. Good. Now,
so you are insinuating that alone suggests that Nana Addo doesn't love Bawumia. He doesn't expect him to win.
I'm not saying that, but it's a statement I'm making, and you have to analyze it yourself.
No, when I analyze it,
good,
I come to that kind of conclusion.
Good.
That if Nana Addo wants Bawumia to win, one clear thing he can do to demonstrate that Bawumia, I want you to win,
right,
is to at least allow Bawumia to put in his policies.
Sure.
And if possible, cancel the e-levy.
Sure. And the betting tax.
Good. So if he is not able to allow Bawumia to do that, then it also suggests
there's a problem.
Okay.
Good. Because you are left with only few months to go home.
Right.
So you have served the nation for 7 years plus. Give the person coming a chance. So if you are not giving the chance, then there's something going on in their own party. Alan also left. A lot of people are leaving. And I don't know for them, it's their personal reasons. Now, another thing also is, let's look at this e-levy, like I said. You don't jubilate.
Yeah, you said that already.
Good. People are paying tax. It's good. Every Ghanaian must pay tax. Right? To develop the nation. But do you go to the extent
of cutting cakes?
Of cutting cake. What does it mean? What does it mean? It's you send a signal to every single Ghanaian. JM can never do that. JM has the nation at hand. He is our father and he is the nation builder. That cake alone that was cut should send a signal to every single Ghanaian. Another thing, the betting tax, okay? I personally don't bet. Are you listening? But if your child goes out and come home with wounds all over the body, as a good father, do you dress the wound and bandage it, or you try to put more kerosene or petrol or more fire into the wounds? What do? You address it. Already the betting, most people are not winning. Their money is going into it because of some people's unemployment. Good. Now, they are not winning already, and you've introduced a tax again.
On the ones who win.
On the ones who do what?
Who win.
On the ones who win. Do you know how many times people stake before they win?
I have no idea. I don't bet.
Good. I have friends who bet, but I personally, I don't bet. Do you get the point? So that also should send what? A signal. Now, finally, does it mean that in their party, that's the MPP party, there is no communication and coordination? Because see, Baumia is saying that vote for me before I'll be able to do things. When I come, I'm bringing my new policy and those things. Does it mean Nanado doesn't listen to Baumia when he speaks at cabinet meeting? Or when Baumia is also hiding a lot of great ideas from Nanado? Are you getting my point? The point I'm coming from.
Right.
So nothing is tallying over there.
I see.
And one party, everyone is running away from you.
I see.
And I don't know why.
I see.
Good.
I see. Anyway, thank you so much for making time to come on this platform.
I want to say one thing.
All right,
before
go ahead.
we close. Now, this is a policy, okay? I personally,
okay,
and every Ghanaian should hear, this is a policy I'm selling to the great National Democratic Congress, JDM. If any MPP member should bring it out or say it in any of their rallies, it is being said here
okay,
on Tuntum Network
okay,
that I, Bright, am voting for JM, and this is a policy, or this a policy I'm bringing out to him. Now, he should accept it, and I know he will, as a father to us all. The policy is that for us to be, or every nation should be accounted for, every government, JM should try as much as possible. I'm pleading, and I know he will do it. He's a father. He will hear the voice of his children. He should create an app. The way we go to Play Store and download apps. Now, this app, what we have to do is that we have all the 16 regions on the app. Are you getting my point? Now, when you click on every region, it will give you education, investment, agriculture, so that every money that is being sent should be on the app. Every Ghanaian should have this app on their phone. Every day you check it, so that when money is being sent to your constituency, for your MP to use it to do something, and he is not doing it, there should be a time frame. So there's going to be name of the 16 regions, projects, time frame, finished. So if the time frame is to build a hospital in Greater Accra region, they've given the location, everything is on the app. So when you wake up in the morning and you go there, and it's today, 30th September, and they have not built the hospital, you hold your MP accountable.
That is a brilliant suggestion.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that is, there are other projects that I'm bringing on board, I personally, to help the NDC. And I pray that one day, I'll get opportunity to meet JM and share all of them with him. And I'm pleading with him, he should create this app. This is going to be absolute accountability. And whenever anybody is also giving licenses to mine, the person's name should be put on the app. So that when you see that, okay, Chema Wuntumi has been giving licenses to mine where? This place. You go and see it yourself. If he's not mining in there, you hold him accountable. Or whoever have issued the license should be held what? Accountable. I also want to use this fine opportunity to plead the President of Ghana, His Excellency, the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, as well as the Attorney General, as well as the IGP. I'm also pleading with Baumia that they are in power. I know I don't support violent demonstration. Most of them support the demonstrators attacking police anyhow, because if it's in other countries, you are going down, they are killing you. The police have absolutely showed professional work, but I'm pleading with them that they should release the protesters. And I pray from henceforth, there is not going to be any violent demonstration, but they were also out there to send a signal. And sometimes I hear people say, why didn't they come to Kumasi to do the demonstration and go? That is a legit point. But the people who are in authority are in Accra.
Right.
So we try to send a signal to them. I'm pleading with you, hashtag release the citizens. Release the citizens. We are begging the government in power to release what? The citizens. That's all I have to say.
Thank you so much for making time to come through the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, I have made the offer to everybody from whichever party you belong to. If you want to come through the studio, for now, it's totally free. Don't sit back and say, I'm only inviting this person and that person and come up with all manner of excuses and accusations. If you want to come, go to my DM, send me a message. My WhatsApp number is there. Send me a message. I'll bring you on. It's free. All right? So let's do that and not rather resort to accusations and peddling lies, which are not true. All right? Thank you so much for making time, right?
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best.